It didn't start with a speech. It didn't start with a riot. It started with a second. One single second. A time, once ignored like the countless others that ticked past each day, was claimed. A second of the 17th hour, on the 23rd day, by a woman named Anna. She had no wealth, no title, no platform, but she had a story. In her second, she wrote, not with bitterness, but with truth. About her family losing their home after a bank restructured the rules. About medicine her brother couldn't afford. About promises made by politicians who never came back. And then others followed. A teacher used her second to reveal how education had been hollowed to numbers and quotas. A nurse used hers to show what it meant to hold dying hands. Because a system said care had a limit. A man from the streets spoke of silence, of walking past every building he helped build, yet never being able to afford a room in one. The registry filled, one by one. Not with noise, but with clarity. Not with rage, but revelation. And the world began to listen, because no one could ignore a clock that spoke. For the first time in history, time had memory. It remembered every promise, every theft, every injustice. It was no longer written by the powerful. It was owned by the people. And the powerful, they scrambled. Because they couldn't spin it. Because time didn't forget. Because the people could point to the second and say, here, this is what happened. This is the truth. Laws began to change. Not because leaders suddenly grew moral, but because the ground they stood on no longer belonged to them. It belonged to the seconds. To the people. 1 second doesn't sound like much until it holds the truth, until it becomes a mirror, until it becomes millions. And in the end, that's what broke the system. Not hate, not fire, not war, but a clock that couldn't lie, a voice that couldn't be bought, and the courage to be remembered forever.